make sure that the microphone is working right because I don't want to stream a video where the quality is very bad. My dog is pretty mad, so if you probably hear my dog barking, but I'm just gonna make sure my microphone quality is good. And there's also a lot of air. I should probably rotate my fan because that is very annoying for you guys, but I'm just going to check real quick. So hold on. Alright, that sounds like some good quality. I'm just gonna change that text down there because that was for my Mega Man streams, and this isn't Mega Man, so I'm just gonna change that real quick. Alright, so, I guess we should get started by waiting for some viewers to watch, because, usually, viewers, don't click. Oh, there's already a viewer. Amazing. Wait, is that just me? Because I'm watching the live stream. I'm just gonna make sure that isn't just me. So, in the meantime, while we wait for that, I should play some, maybe I shouldn't play music. No, I think that's a, real. Hold on. Looks like people can't hear me when I'm muted. Burp, 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 burp. Alright. So now that we've assured that, I am going to just, do some stuff. So, well, I suppose we should just kinda make the computer. So, because chat doesn't talk, either they don't have accounts or they're like, they don't know how to type, or they just don't want to talk, or there's so many reasons people can't talk, but, in case they can, I'm just gonna ask, chat, which is over there, but I can't, really do that. I'm gonna ask you guys, I'm just gonna do this by myself because chat just does not talk and they leave immediately. probably used to fractal stuff because those are the most popular. Hold on. Alright, so, I'm getting distracted here. I was making, like a little adventure, but this game's kinda outdated, so I don't think anyone would be playing it. And one of the levels was the Cog Temples, and I made both of these. And then I was doing the dive-in thing, and, someone made this. It's like a person that can use the pumpinator and like it's just a bunch of stuff. Someone must have made these. There is less than, greater than, or equal. There's an equal and an RNG. So this tells less than and greater than, and how it works is that it just uses 3 outputs. I don't know which ones are exact, but I know that right now it's selecting equal because 0 and 0 are equal. And I don't know how these work. I don't know how they extend it, but none of these are things I made. So any stuff that isn't like labeled like this is something I made. Like I made this, but it's not even what you probably think it is going to be when I show you guys. It uses 2 batteries and this kind of multiply inputs, but it's quite stupid. It's not really a multiplier. I was just fascinated when I first saw it. But let me think of what's the first thing I do when I make a computer. I started with the memory and stuff like that. Or I guess in this game, the storage, but oh, I bet the viewers are really wondering what this is supposed to be. That I wouldn't normally be getting sidetracked, but this probably owes an explanation. I was just kind of playing around, and I made like a ant creature system, and this is the predator, and this is the prey, and it's just something stupid I made. But so what would the first thing I do be? Because we're 9 minutes, or I'm 9 minutes in, and I haven't made anything. I guess we should show some examples of what we have in the first place, computer-wise. So first we have, ooh, 3 viewers, nice. First we have these 2 things I found online. And what are these? Did I make these? No, other people must have made these. But, these are 3 different, these are 3 different things. Oh dang, I'm getting fan noise in here. If you're hearing like cloudy winds and stuff, that's just my fan because it gets real humid up here where I live recently because it's summer. It's almost fall though here. So these are 3 things people have made, and I'm just gonna put this back in. So I don't have no idea how this is connected to this unless there's like receive. Oh yeah, there's a receiver. That explains it. So if we just, I'm just gonna make this super easy, but if we take, oh, I can't delete anything. Is this locked? I really don't know how that works, where you can't delete it, or kind of like with the old stuff. But anyways, these are 3 stuff I found on 3 things I found online. So both the adder and the multiplier were by the same level, and this was a whole different one. And I was fascinated because I have no idea how this is supposed to work. With it being analog, I don't know what it would mean by analog. I do notice that it's talking about multiplying, and then there's global and an exact. It's a lot of stuff. There's some input. I just don't know how an analog would work. Like, how is the bottom powered? Is it, oh, it's by signal strength from the thing. But that's the analog thing. I have no idea how it works. The adder right here, I know a lot more about how it works, except this is a 4-bit adder. So I only made like a, hold on. So this is the ALU I made, and I'm just gonna show you a couple things. So so this is the opcode right here, and what it does is for each different operation, it goes into what I call an opcode register, and this is the register for 0001, and that's addition, and that's the only one for now because I can't figure out a subtractor, but so if we have the opcode for addition, which is 0001, goes into this, we'll just make sure that these are not true, and this one is true in an AND gate, and it only in like certain games and stuff you can have like a module that holds multiple ones, unless you manually make one that has multiple of these AND gates and OR gates and stuff like that. And this would be the traditional way of making a giant OR gate, but the reason I do it this way instead of changing the size is because it's cleaner and it goes horizontally and not vertically, which is what I want. These are the flags, and hold on. And the negative flag tells you when the number is negative, which I have no idea how to do that yet. The overflow flag tells us when the carry out of the operation is 1. So that's connected to the bottom port of this, which is the carry out. Then the value is 0 is just when all the outputs are 0, which can be done using this called the value 0 8-bit, and the only thing you need to do to change it is to change the amount like that. But this is when the device is turned on, which I've kind of like removed because or no, I haven't removed it, sorry. Jeez, flies are flying in my face. So many flies when it's summer, but this is when the opcode for this is on, because you wouldn't want it to tell you when all the numbers are 0 when during the operation you're performing. It's not. That's not useful at all. So what we did is we put an AND gate to make sure that the value is 0 and that the opcode is on this one. And in this game, there isn't power for the NOT gate, and there isn't a ground, because the ground is the power that's happening like this when it's on, but the output is off. It's throwing away that power into a ground. I don't know what a ground does afterwards. I just know that it's a place where the power goes when it's not being used like this. And then there's the power, because you can't just have it like if this was off, you can't just have it where it's on without the input being on. Like, that's just not how power works. You can't do that. So there has to be a power and a ground, but the only relevant ones when you're actually using it is the input and output. So that's something that's in this game. Unless you use a little device I made using a microchip as a transistor, then you can do it otherwise. But I'm getting off topic here. So this is the checkered value 0. These are the flags. Again, I have no idea how the negative flag works, but this is the output, and this is just for a bunch of different calculations, which I probably won't need. But yeah. This is just a rate portion where it gets output, this is the adder, which is all I have right now. And how it works is that you take your first input, which is wired up in a way that right here that it will add correctly, because if you just put the numbers in a straight line to the inputs, it doesn't get entered correctly. You gotta use specific measurements, like I wouldn't really know how to explain it, but if we take the number which can be controlled down here in the controller, is this the controller? Right, this is a controller. No, that's the ALU. This right here is a controller. It's just basically an Arduino, I believe. So we're taking the numbers 3 plus 1. So that would output as 1000. No, 100, which is 4. 3 plus 1 is 4. And how it works is that this gets fed into the what is it called again? Oh dang it, I closed everything. So what is this called again? The opcode manager. And this just make sure that the opcode is right. So there's a register to make sure that the opcode is right, and then there's a manager to make sure that it only happens when the opcode is right. So then, after the AND gates, because a adder in technology, unlike the memory system I made a while ago, which wasn't actually memory, it was a storage, so I apologize for that. I was saying it was memory, I got them mixed up. This is with a calculator like this. It doesn't do it one at a time like I made my storage. Hold on a second. It just calculates whatever is going in. So if the opcode is wrong, it just outputs a 0. But then it doesn't tell it that it's 0 unless that it's enabled. And there's one individual check if value is 0 for every calculation, and I don't know how I would say that, but so then this gets fed into the adder, and this adder is a bit more complicated, but I'm sure I can simplify it because that's something I'm very great at doing, or I guess if I do say myself. So basically these are the inputs, and from what I remember, your first number is in the A's, and then your second number is in the B's, but it may be something else. But I remember it as first number is in A, second number is in B. So then each of these are not relevant. They're just NOT gates. They're just basically two NOT gates. This would be a NOT gate. It's a NOT gate that is just not a NOT gate, basically. You'll probably understand. It's just something where if it's turned on, it's turned on. It just helps me keep track without having to take directly from wires. I can just plug this in. So enough of that. This is the very first thing, the half adder. And all this does, it's very simple. It just takes both inputs into a XOR gate. If both are on, it says this should be carried to the next digit, so we'll just keep this at 0. But then this is saying that the both inputs are on, so what would be happening here is that if both inputs are on, which is happening right now for this half adder specifically, it's saying 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 back here is 2. So we take the 0 here, and then we add it to the next one, which is this one. So that if we were displaying it, if we rotate our heads to the left, this is if you just rotate your head to the left, you're seeing 1 0 or 0 1, depending on how you input it. We have it right now set to 3 plus 1. I completely forgot how it's inputted. Just think of it all the way from back here is being correctly calculated into here. So this is just the half adder, and a half adder just adds two 1-bit numbers together. But once you're getting to a carry from the last one, you need to figure out a way to calculate both the carry and you're basically adding the carry to the 2 digits. So what you need is a full adder, which is this, and you can't really understand it when there's so many different integrated chips, but this right here, so this is, I believe, if I can just check the wiring here. So the carry is going into the tax. So this is adding both the carry and the first number, which is outputting the carry to here and the, wait, I'm sorry, why is the bottom and the top one? Man, sometimes I just wonder if I'm mixing things up, because I don't think the bottom and the top is supposed to go. I thought it was supposed to be the top and the top, or the bottom and the bottom. I thought they were supposed to be the same, because if we see here, the carry is a bottom, so that's correct. Oh, and did I just look at that incorrectly? Oh yeah, both of the bottoms are going in. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. I was just not looking at it right. So, anyways, as you can see here, we're taking the carry plus the first digit, and we're adding those. And then we add the output of this one to the input of this one. And then if either the carry bits are true or both with the OR gate, it selects the carry. I don't know what happens when both outputs, both carries are true. I have no idea. Haven't tried that. And then this just repeats itself, and how it works going from node to node is that, whatever, when you're adding numbers, it doesn't matter the order. The carry of each one goes into the carry in of the next one, and that's just part of the addition. The last carry, this keeps happening to the very bottom, and then there's the carry out if this number adds up to be all 8 of the digits, I believe, I think. I'm not sure. And that is the adder. And I'm trying to make a subtractor and all that, and then I'll make a multiplier that just has a bunch of adders. And then I'll probably make like a counter for how big the first number is and just keep adding itself to itself. And that's probably how multiplier chips are made, but I have no idea. So I'm just going to make it like that. And this doesn't have to be a Windows 11. It doesn't have to be an iMac. It should be a Turing machine. If not, it should be a Turing machine, if not a little bit better than a Turing machine, but basically just a Turing machine. If you don't know what a Turing machine is, probably haven't studied computer science that much, but it's just a thing that Alan Turing made. It's like the most basic form of, or maybe not made, but definitely theorized. So this is just the ALU for now, before I get a subtractor and all that. But something people don't like is just seeing how it works. They wanna see it work. Like, they don't want to see the inner workings. They want to see how it works. So we're taking 4 plus 1 here, and 4 plus 1 is, I believe it is 101, because that's how adding works in binary. So this will be 101, which is 5. And sometimes you'll get mixed up with that, and I do that too. Oh, I forgot to plug in all the inputs, so got 3. So this right now is 4 plus 1, and it should the output. And real quick, before I do that output, I just want to do one quick tweak so that the outputs come out of the system by using microchip. So I'm just gonna do a quick plug-in with all of these, just so we can see the outputs while they work. Because otherwise, it will have to go inside the thing, and it'll be clunky. And then the negative, which isn't useful right now, because how that works, I think how it works is you have to make yourself a negative number system, and then if the first digit is a 0, it'll be negative or positive, and the 1 will be negative or positive, depending on if you want 1 to be positive or 1 to be negative. I think 1 to be positive and 0 to be negative makes more sense, because 1 is less than the other, and negative is less than positive. Or is it? No, I think negative is less than positive. So anyways, with all that geek nonsense out of the way, this is 5. It is 101. So if we're counting, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5, and that's 4 plus 1. If we do a more complex number, like, if we do 4 plus 4, which is 1, 0, 0, 0, which we can do right here, that should equal, yep, 1, 0, 0, 0. Or, if you want to be fancy, 1, 0, 0, or, sorry, 0, 0, 0, hold on, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. But if we're just thinking of the number itself, it's 1, 0, 0, 0. Like, if you thought of 100, you wouldn't say 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. You'd say 1, 0, 0. So this is just 8. And that's 4 plus 4. So it's working pretty well here. And I've had a lot of bad calculator things happen, but why don't we pull out the old one, the super old one that I had no guidance on, like, where is it? Here we go, the good old computer. This one was just like a computer. I didn't like, back then I wasn't watching Crash Course Computer Science like I am now whenever I make stuff. This is the old one that I made. Instead of following like how a computer works, I just like made it my own way. Except I did use binary, even though in Little Big Planet you got batteries that you can turn on and off, and you can use that to display your numbers and calculate stuff, which is probably what I should do as long as it doesn't get too late in the night. I should probably make a computer using the Little Big Planet 3's analog output feature, where it doesn't have to be 0 or 1, it can be any value. And I thought of many prototypes where I used like tags to display like the numbers, but that didn't work out so well because you had to decipher it yourself. So I just ended up going with a classic approach like this. So this is the storage, which I called memory, but that was before I knew that memory is the temporary stuff that needs to be controlled by the computer when it is on. So if your battery runs out, or if it's just a desktop, your power gets disabled, or it gets unplugged. That is that's memory. Where if it gets like loss of power because it has like NOT gates, it gets all deleted because of those NOT gates. And also, I think the power runs out. But with a real storage, in real storage, you use magnets that go back and forth, and they're actually really intuitive. I'm not sure if they made a newer version of storage that doesn't use magnets, but I think they use magnets now because you can change their magnetic orientation with electromagnetism. But this is the storage, and it kind of only works when you're using the entire computer. And I haven't used this in a while. I've just kind of been making new prototypes for stuff, but this is, even though I made this like not even like 2 months ago, it's still very nostalgic to me for some reason. But like old reliable, but you just kind of input your 4-bit number. I use 4 bits. So this would be 0101, which is 5, right? Yeah, that's 5. And this is displayed from left to right is top to bottom, unlike now I use bottom to top, left to right. Bottom to top, 4 left to right. So I'm just gonna check this out. So if I want to save 5, save to storage. So I had like little timers so that it only did one at a time, because this selector couldn't select multiple things at a time. And there we go. We got 5, and then that module in memory, or sorry, storage is 5. And in Little Big Planet, you can't make like magnets and stuff. Well, you can, but there isn't a point because there is no power outage, because stuff like NOT gates operate without power or ground. Maybe ground like powers the battery, or like goes into its own power input. I think it probably goes to the battery or something, or just doesn't get used. I don't know what ground is. But now that we've taken a look at my good old computer, or computer as I should say, I think we should look at making that strange old Little Big Planet exclusive computer. So we'll start with a microchip, just a pretty big microchip, so it can build stuff. So obviously I should start by making a battery that can turn up and down. How would I do that? Let me brainstorm here. If this was Game Builder Garage, I could use a counter, because that... So I think the best thing to do would just have a bunch of different numbers. So should I go with, or however many numbers? So no, I should probably just go with 100. That's gonna be a lot better. So we'll start by making a battery, just a little battery here that can be turned on and off. So this will be our little module. So then we go from 3 to 6. And we need to be as space efficient as possible. So this is 6, and we go to 12. 12 times 2 is 24, so now we're going to have 24. Yeah, this is going to take a while to get all the batteries in the correct way. So right now we have 24. Double that into 48. And then this is 48, and then 48 plus 48 is 96, I believe. Maybe I'm super bad at math. So I'm just gonna assume that 48 plus 48 equals 96. Well, let me see here. 80. And yeah, that's gotta be 96. So then we change it to 96. So this is, I think, 96, and we just need 4 more. And then this is gonna take just a while to get everything to the right pulse. And now that I see it, I'm out of microchip space. So how would I make this less space consuming? I guess I could just make 4 more. I guess why not make 4 more? No, not 5, 4. There we go. This is the last 4, so that's 100. And now I'm gonna have to go through the agonizing pain and have to go to each one and select the specific value that I need it to display. So this equals 99. You guys might as well just skip past this, because this is gonna take forever. No, I'm not gonna do this. I'm too lazy to do this. Way too lazy for all that. I'm gonna figure out another way to do this. I guess I could go by tens. Let's start with going by tens, because this might all not work, and I'll be super sad, and I don't want that to happen, so I'll just start by making tens, which is only 10 modules, and that will be so easy to do. So we just do this, and then we make an output. And this is the number module, and we just gotta make 10 of these. Hold on a second. Okay, so 10 of these, and then we need to hook up inputs for each one of these. So I'm not sure how we would do that. So I'm just gonna keep doing this for a little bit. This won't take nearly as long as what I was, hold on a second. Alright, I'm gonna do some stuff, off stream. Like, just kinda play around with devices off stream. But I should pick this up tomorrow. Bye.